We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Yup. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday evening. That's right. We're here to paint. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna paint. We're painting some Batman stuff. And specifically, we're painting the Two-Face gang. But also, we're kind of wrapping this up. And I'm painting the Grim Knight in addition to this stuff. So here's what we got. Working on the Grim Knight right now. He's black on black on black on black. He's a very, very, very dark Grim Knight, as you can see. But yeah, that's what we got going on tonight. And we're just going to do a little painting. I know we typically do the Sunday evening stream, but this has been the timing with this painting. And I'm going to get this, I need to get this done so that I can hopefully deliver it tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll just take it from there. Right, this commission is it was kind of backed up behind another commission. So now that that's all done, and we got all the regular line thugs done. We're just kind of working on characters right now. So, all right. So what I want to do right now, actually, is I want to do some white highlights. Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing today? Yeah. Why you architect, not engineer? What's up, Nelson? How's it going, guys? Yeah. I know that we typically do a Sunday night stream, but I want to get these done, so we're going to do a Saturday night stream as opposed to a Sunday night stream. Because I may be taking a short break from painting. Very short break. Don't worry, Nelson. Very short break. Just to have a little time and you know, take it easy for a day or so. Things have been very busy at work, so I could use a little, you know, an evening or two of going to bed at a decent hour as opposed to what I typically do, right? That did not work that well. That did not work that well. Huh. Okay. Hold on. See if I can fix it with a little creative outlining. There we go. Right, there we go. No harm, no foul, guys. Okay, and then a quick redot. As you can see, I'm working a little bit of blue on the top, but this model is actually, it's going to have every technique, because this model is black on black on black. We're going to throw a bunch of different black schemes that I run in an effort to try to differentiate all of the detail on the model without making it look like it's, you know, too gray or too blue. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. All right, and since we've got the white going anyway, we're going to work on her. This model is just awesome. That's all I'm going to say about this. I just love this model. Hold on, before though, let's get a little bit of yellow going. Michael, I'm going to start looking at dates for the next Guild Ball tournament. I might, I might hold off until May for Fulmination, because that's generally when I wanted to run it anyway. and that gives us a little bit more time to plan. So we may be doing that. All right. And I want to just give this model here, who's kind of the angel flapper. Let's give her a little extra white highlight, right? Let's make her look a little bit brighter, right? Because the brighter she looks, the better that contrast is between the light girl and the dark girl, right? But these two models, I did not expect them to be part of the Too Faced gang, and they are amazing. More towards, yes sir, more towards the end of May. I don't know if I may not do it on my birthday weekend, which is the long weekend. I may do it before that. Probably the second week. I'll look at the calendar and let you know. But probably, yeah, mid to late May, but not Memorial Day weekend. That's been the problem with Fulmination in the past. Is it's on. I typically wanted to run it on my birthday weekend, but that means we're often can't get the out-of-towners to come down because people plan stuff during that weekend. So we'll try not to have it that weekend. Okay. And who knows? Maybe that means I get to go to KublaCon. Who knows, right? Oh man. Do you not love these? I love these. You know who I really love? Everybody likes an angel, but what about a devil? Oh my God. Is that not a dope miniature? That is a dope miniature. I'm just gonna tell you, yeah. She's a mean girl. She's had a rough life, but she knows what she wants, right? Like Sheila E. likes to say, she wants to lead a glamorous life without love. Any special requests for prizes? No, not really. No. The main goal is just want people to come down and enjoy and have fun. So if we don't, the prize pool, with our meta, luckily the prize pool has never really been a factor. People just want to get together and play some Guild Ball. I may throw a little precursor tournament in April, right? Just to get the crew back into the swing of things, right? It could be practice for Fulmination, and then we'll go with the real deal at that point. Two Face. Still need to do a little work on his skin. But let's get a highlight down on the white. Yeah, Two Face looking pretty cool. Okay. All right. And in fact, let's finish the ladies first. I am absolutely digging these miniatures. These are fantastic miniatures. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to do that. All right. But you guys can vote. Which girl is best girl? The good girl, who's got basically all the weapons and the ammo. So you can see she's got, these are all the drums for the Tommy guns, right? I wasn't sure what these were until I went back and looked at the studio art. But yeah, these are drums for the Tommy gun that's in the violin case, right? So the good girl has the weapons. The bad girl has the... Ooh, I gotta sneeze. The bad girl has the money and the jewelry, right? So you guys tell me, who do you like better, the good girl or the bad girl? Now, me personally, I kind of favor blondes. I kind of favor blondes, but I do also like the redheads. So it's going to be, for me, this is extremely tight race. You know, I also love money, which is great, but I also like the toys. So the guns would be great as well. Which company you feel has the biggest difference between model renders and the actual model? Oh, you mean like the difference between when they actually put together a render for what they say is going to be a model, and then the model comes out and it looks nothing like the render. I would have to think about that for a minute. Yeah, let's spend a minute and think about that, because you know, you can look at night models, some of their renders, which tend to be dead on, like spot on. And then you can look at Steamforged Games. Their renders can be spot on, but they're not always spot on. You can look at you can even look at Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures, whose renders are often not very spot on. Then you have some smaller companies whose renders are not very. Yeah, Cryptozoic is a good one, Nelson. It's a very. I'll just quietly agree with Nelson. How about that? Yeah, I think Nelson makes a good point. All right. So we're gonna hang out with the good girl here for a minute. I need to do the wood on the barrels. I mean, on the Tommy guns. Right? Wood on the Tommy guns. Right, and then I'm gonna coat basically the entire base. But hold on, before I even get to that point, look at that. I think this is a Keltec Sub 2000 in there. What do you guys think? You think that's a Keltec? In that case, I think it's a Keltec. that. Bought their whole Kickstarter Walking Dead TV set. When I opened the minis box, I was so disappointed to put them back in the garage. Yikes. Yeah, we're all going to agree that's a Kel-Tec in there. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want the stone part of the bases to be a little, we'll just say, I want those to be a little bit, I want them to stand out a little bit. I want them to look concrete-ish, but I want them to have a little bit of a tinge to them. So we're going to figure out what we want to do. As far as I want a teeny tiny little tinge. I want them to be a tinge blue, like an ultramarines blue. Maybe like a Griff Charger blue. This might be kind of nice. This Griff Charger blue, right? Let's give them a little bit of a Griff Charger blue tinge. And you're just gonna have to trust me here on this process, right? I mean, of course you have to trust. You're kind of captive in this sense. You can't reach across the screen and stop me. You're just gonna have to trust me, right? I want this to have just a teeny little tinge to it. Griff Charger gray is kind of perfect for this, where you just want a little bit kind of like a stone look to it without going too overboard. Okay. And I will eventually do this on Two Faces base as well. Maybe even Grim Knight's base as well. Let's see. What's up, son? Come here. My son wants something. He's hasn't fallen asleep yet. So let's see what our son wants. All right. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and do it on this base. Let's do it on a few of these bases. Why not? Ooh, I still have to do her shoes. What's up, kiddo?
Nothing.
What were you asking me for?
The computer.
Oh.
I guess I'll play in here because I gotta charge my phone.
Oh, I'm streaming though. Can you do it in your room?
Oh, okay.
Thanks, son. Okay. Still a lot to do on this base, but I figure I've got the blue out. We might as well hit all of this with it while we can. So I do realize that we painted, the last time I streamed this, we painted the faces and a lot of the critical details. So right now, this is about really just kind of fleshing out the rest of the miniature. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's do the Grim Bat, or the Grim Knight, sorry. And this can go pretty quick, actually, because the Grim Knight is going to have a lot of different dark washes on it.
Yeah, Dad?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I just turn off the volume? Because I'm just gonna be playing Minecraft, so you're not gonna be able to hear that.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
I'm just gonna turn the volume off on my phone, so.
Okay, but you're not, if you get tired, you're not going to fall asleep in here. You're going to go there, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'll just wait until this gets a weird turn.
Okay. You know, the other thing I could do is I could set up that charger in the other room too, if you want.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You want me to do that?
I guess so.
I mean, I'm at a good drying spot anyway. Right, I want this stuff to dry, so we can do that real quick, right? My audience here will give me 2 minutes, which I'm sure you guys will, to get my sun set up.
Wait, does that mean that we have to unplug the cable?
No, I got it. All right,
Oh, okay.
hang on, guys. I'm going to put this on mute for a second. Okay, so we are back. Got my sun squared away, so we're all good there. Let's see. Have the type of models that you like to paint changes. You got more experience, cavalry vehicle, big weapons, animals, robots. Yes, but not. Yes. Short answer, yes, but not. Probably not for the reasons that we might think. Really, the only reason why some of my tastes have changed is because I went from really, and like most painters do, you start off painting GW models only, and then you get to the point where it's like, well, GW stuff is boring, and I don't like the aesthetic anymore. So that's why I moved on. Now, for me, there's a style of painting that I really like, and then there's styles of painting that I really don't like. And here's what I mean by that. Right? I like painting. A little cash money there. I like painting. The techniques I like using are like blending. I like blending. I like kind of like washing. I like using glazes. I like that stuff where you do color transitions in that certain way, where you're kind of pushing things one way or the other way. I don't like what I don't like is I don't like painting bordering. I don't like it when the model is really just a bunch of very straight lines or very regular patterns, and your job is just to keep filling in, tediously fill in the pattern. I don't like that style of painting at all. And that would be things like if you were to look at Chaos Space Marines, right? Chaos Space Marines, I think, are kind of anathema for me to paint. I would not be interested in painting Chaos Space Marines at all. And the reason is because, um, you know, they have the regular Space Marine pattern, and then, which is boring enough, right? Because it's just like, stay within the lines and make everything look like furniture. So you start off there, but then you add the sheer tedium of all that stupid gold bordering. All the stupid gold bordering that exists on Chaos Space Marines, which are, it's funny because they're supposed to be chaotic, right? But all of their uniforms or outfits are more orderly, quote unquote, because of all the sharp lines and borders and that kind of thing. They're more orderly than regular Space Marines. So I think Chaos Space Marines are they're just horrible for me to paint. Some people love painting them, and like, if you like painting Plague Marines, I think that's one thing, because Plague Marines, at least you get the, you get to have some little adventure doing all the little wounds and pustules and, all the decaying skin and burnt skin and flesh and all that stuff. But imagine, think like Khorne Berserkers, right? Berserkers, okay? And they have Dumbo ears. That's the model. That's, oh yeah, Khorne Berserkers. There's these madmen that run across the field with chain axes, and they have, oh, you better look at, but they have these absolutely ridiculous Dumbo ears on, and they don't look like, they're so anti-aerodynamic, they don't look like they're going to catch anyone, right? Because all you have to do is run into a wind tunnel, run towards the wind, and they will never catch you, right? They're really stupid looking, in my opinion. I think Khorne Berserkers are some of the dumbest looking models I think I've ever seen. And it's like, oh, games with that model is so good. But I think they're terrible. I think they're awful. I don't like that kind of painting. I never liked that kind of painting. And so I was very happy to leave that, but yeah, I like doing stuff. Okay, models like this, I absolutely love. This is some of my favorite type of painting ever, and here's why. Right, you can work on the subtleness of getting the pantyhose right. You've got skin. You've got a nice amount of skin here to work with, and make look cool. You have the details of the gun. You have little cache and that kind of stuff. You just have these really nice, smooth lines for blending and that kind of stuff. And it's just not. It's the opposite of what a Khorne Berserker is. It's absolutely. It's fun to get these colors to come out to bring this model to life. And you see the expression on her face, and you're like, wow, that's really cool, right? You see the expression on her face. She's an individual. She's basically, but she's not. She's an individual because, there's an act, you can tell, like there's a person there smirking at you. But in game terms, she's just kind of a model. Meanwhile, in Games Workshop, everything is faceless and mindless and dumb. And that's my real opinion on it. Like, why, what? Those things look ridiculous. Why should I care? Oh, you're so cool, man. I think they look awful. It's the dumbest looking design ever. There, have I pissed off the GW fans enough? Probably. But come on, guys. Like, in what universe does that looks absolutely just atrociously stupid by any objective measure? Corn Berserkers really do look like the Dumbo Squad. Anyways, that's just me. If you like Corn Berserkers, I hope you don't get too mad at me for saying that. But yeah, they do look bad, guys. They do look dumb. They look dumb. Hey, right? You're entitled to your opinion. Don't get me wrong. Sure, if you think they look good, no. Sorry, but they still look dumb to me. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I answered your question. But yeah, okay. Let's do. So here, this model. So there's a little bit of patina on the statue. So I'm going to represent that with just a little bit of like a turquoise. I just think they're absolutely awful design. I know, it's just me. But yeah, if you ask me to like, oh, I have this, I have this privateer press army, right? I have this. What are they called in the hordes? I think they're called Scorn. There's Corn in GW, and Hordes has Scorn, and they look very similar. They have the same colors and the same stupid, nonsensical, annoying green gold bordering on red, and it's just dumb and bad. And you need to rethink your life, guys. And that's my non-controversial opinion. Yeah. So, yes, if you wish to scream about me, about my bad opinion, feel free to send me a comment or threat. Doesn't matter. Either one works. It's fine. Yeah. All right. Let's do patina. Ooh, that's too much. That's way too much. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Because when I put the Griffin, the Griffhound Gray on it, I need a little bit more green. I need more of a potent green, which is a little frustrating, but we'll do it. I guess let me keep trying to answer this question without being a dick. Let's see. Well, when I first got into painting, I think the most fun things for me to paint were the bigger models, right? In general, because you can really kind of play around a bit, and you had much bigger areas to work with detail and that kind of stuff. So I kind of see where you were going with the question. I think it's a great question. And so I liked painting. I guess you could say I really like painting details, and I like painting. I liked painting metallics, actually, because metallics. If you had a good set of metallic paints, painting metallics could actually be kind of fun. So I like to paint metallics. As time went on, though, then I really started to want to get better at painting light colors, characters, do the blending and that kind of stuff that I was just talking about. I wanted to get better at that kind of stuff. So I did that. All right. And pretty good. All right. So that right there, we're about ready to hit it with the Griff Charger Gray. Was that what I'm doing? Yeah, Griff Charger Gray. And some have what about you guys? You guys have your proclivity for certain types of models changed over the years as you started to kind of get a grasp of what you liked painting and what you didn't like painting? Hope so. I hope they have. So yeah. So this really quick griff charger, I'm doing a thin coat on purpose because I just want that. I want a little bit of that tone mixed in without wrecking, the coloration of the model. Right. So the more kind of dingy this looks, the better, because Two Faces, stand out a little bit better here. Okay, cool. There's also, let me get back to that detail brush. There's also little dollar bill signs on his thing. Right, so it's just freehand a dollar bill sign. Ooh. Ooh. That didn't work out so well. These bags have some pretty severe folds on them. There we go. That one worked out. The smallest one worked out. Okay. There we go. All right. So there's that. Okay, let's get back to washing down some Batman. So we're going to go with some crystal black coloration, which should work pretty well. What did I do with it? Right, so some black gray on Batman. Right, and we're going to blend this over most of this model. It's a very thin, paint. We're gonna make that kind of a glaze, make it more transparent. All right. The idea here is just to start really kind of throw shadow everywhere on the Batman model, because he's the Grim Bat. Okay, so now so you can still see some of that blue is left over, which is cool. But now we're incorporating a black gray. Which gives us another layer of shadow here. Okay, and then I'm going to need to really need to highlight this area here on the chest and make the chest kind of stand out a little bit while I'm blending the blue black in with the gray there, right? as long as I do this without killing the highlight too bad. We got that. Okay, so we'll let that dry. Batman, we're just gonna, every now and then, we're just gonna run by and drop some color on Batman. We're gonna, we got kind of like a taupe color here for her, right? I want to do the lid of the briefcase, right? And then I'm also going to use this taupe on some of the dollar bill y'alls, right? To give it the bands, the look that we want. Okay. And then we're also going to, I need, uh-oh, got a toddler up and he's whining. I've heard that whining cry before. I know that whine. It's not, that's not what you consider a legitimate complaint. All right, so armor wash, right? Armor wash is going to cover most of this base. So we hit it with the armor wash, and then we're gonna edge highlight it. Okay. But this is just going to add a second layer of shadow to the basing. But yeah, this model right here, probably my favorite sculpt in the entire set. Great sculpt. Okay, so let's take care of that. Take care of this. Same deal. But now the Keltec and all that, that's actually going to retain some of this coloration from the armor wash. Oops. Okay. Ah! He was gonna, I know my toddler was gonna bring the complaint into here. He was looking for, nope. He's looking for the manager. He's looking for the manager. Okay. He knows better than that. All right. So we got that. And then we're going to hit Batman with most of this, right? Especially the weapons. With the weapons with the armor wash there. It's weird how you just kind of do black this way now. Is you pre-shade and then you just work your way down until specific parts of the model hit the black that you want them to be, and then you just keep going with the other ones until everything hits the black that you need them to be. Okay, so now there's that. Okay, so we do that. And then, there's that. Pretty good so far, guys. Then we're gonna rock this too. He's looking for the hand. He is. That's my boy. He wants to file a complaint. But he knows better. That's what I'm saying. What did I just do with that? What did I just do with my armor wash? Okay. You can see sort of everything that I did and put together leading to this is all designed to work with this single step of applying the armor wash. The armor wash covers a multitude of sins once you get to this point. Yeah. No. All right. Okay. A lot of animated conversation going on. All right. Oops. What happened to my comments? There we go. All right. So we just kind of so you can see I kind of shaded the whole thing, right? And we're just going to let this dry for a minute. But they seem to blend pretty well. All that seems to have blended pretty well. Right? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm glad I used kind of the brush that I did on this to get it to look right. But you can see now he's really popping against that, right? I do have to go back though, and I do need to give him, he's got to have a little bit of flayed skin on his burnt side. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to give him a little bit of flayed skin. Okay. Right, so just the raised areas here. Right, and that's gonna make this a little more believable as a burnt face, two-face guy. Right, as if if you get just enough little bit of skin on there. All right. And I ain't mad at that. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. So we got to take a minute and let all. So we really hit that with a lot we hit all these models with just a lot of wash. Okay. So we're gonna we're going to give this ample time to dry. Batman, I can start highlighting here pretty soon. But I guess we'll give that a minute. While we're waiting on those, I can show you guys what some of the rest of the set looks like. It's pretty, I mean, they're just, right, so you got Hush. We painted him during the Wednesday night movie. He hasn't been sealed yet. And then we have, the rest of them are just sort of, you know, your typical gangster guys. And they should look fantastic on the board. Right? I like that guy. This is the guy that I thought looked Asian while I was painting his face, and then kind of moved away from that. But yeah, you're starting to see what all these different guys look like, all these different gangster guys. All right, so we start highlighting Batman. Let's start doing that actually. I'm going to break out a little bit more of a finer detail brush because I'm going to need to get in and put in some line work here. Right? My favorite gray for this is not working. I still have a little bit of it. I'm gonna have to try to replace that gray because I don't think Comic Quest has this gray anymore, but I really liked it. All right. So the armor plate here on his chest is gonna be pretty bright compared to the rest of this. So you can see I'm just gonna paint that in. Right? Looks pretty good. And then let's do a couple of areas here where you might have a highlight this light, the knuckles, right? You may have a sharp line here at the scope. This little AR, you know. I do like his AR. Pretty cool. Pretty cool rifle. But let's get some detail around that. Right? Make it a little bit more apparent. See, he's got lots of little detail, and like I said, it's all black. Even the rocket from his RPG is dark. He's got a lot of rifles, over under stuff. I can't really tell what sidearm he has. I would like to know, but I can't really tell. There's a nice sharp line coming right here. Ooh. Right? Just to throw your eye off. Just throw that in there. Pretty good. All right. And then let me find it. I have a general dry brush color I can use, I guess, to get the rest of this. And I think that's what we're going to do. Well, looks like he's drying faster than the other minis in this set, which is fine. We just adjust our timing right on the other ones. So we're gonna, let me get the dry brush color that I want here. And this dry brush color is not gonna go on the mini. It's gonna go more on the basing and other stuff, right? So I know I covered this before, but this is really nice, this light sand color, okay? And this is gonna just be a nice little generalist dry brush that we use. And as long as I don't wreck too hard, should be okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start applying this, again, very sparingly along the base. It's very hard to make out detail right now while everything's still wet. I get that. But in general, it's looking pretty good. Right, I can do a little tip here and there. Right? Just get it to pick up on specific edges, and you should be good to go. Right? Like I said, just don't overdo it, and you should be fine. Okay. There we go. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let me just give a little definition there. You do this light enough, and that's really where it's going to work. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. All right. Let's move over to her, who is really, in my opinion, like I said, the best looking model in the whole set. My opinion. This model. Great miniature. And you see how subtle that dry brush is. It's just catching edges here and there. Right? You don't use it on the actual model. Gotta love that, dude. That's cool. Okay? I'm gonna enjoy painting some more Batman as stuff comes in. I still kind of really want to do a Riddler crew. In all the green spandex glory. Dude, my kid's, whatever he's watching is super loud. It's coming all the way through the door. I'll bug him about it as soon as this stream is over. Chat fell very quiet. You guys all go to bed? All right. Pretty happy, dude. Pretty good. Can even do stuff like, okay, so see how he has these like kind of wreck marks on his jacket? I can do that, right? Just kind of catch it like that. There we go. And then the rest is pretty straightforward, right? And we just to really know at this point, it's gonna look pretty good. Hey, what's up, Jose? Hey, are we? Chris isn't in the chat. I was gonna ask him. Make sure we're still on for Defiance tomorrow. Nelson, you in tomorrow for gaming? Okay. When we give this, yeah, I like that a lot. It's looking pretty good. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get the like some of his straps and stuff right here. Okay, and then there's, all right, yeah, Nelson's in, Jason is in, I am in, so it's just up to Chris. If Chris is in for Defiance, cool. If he's not, we will make other arrangements. All right, so I'm actually going to give the chest plate here a hard highlight right there. Right. There we go. Give that a nice hard line highlight, and I think we're good to go. I think that's really it. So now we do the final. We do the best part about painting miniatures that everyone knows, which is to paint the black lip. And then really the rest of this is we just let the models dry overnight. Jose, did you get your vaccine yet? Just curious. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I understand HIPAA, right? If you don't want to disclose your medical information over the internet, I understand. But I was curious. All right. Still waiting. Ah, bummer. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I was supposed to possibly hit the range with Jason tomorrow, but that's right now. That's very doubtful. But we'll see. You might get your shots arranged via work. Cool. Yeah, I have our work kind of the authorization form. I just need to schedule it. All right. But yeah, liking the Two-Face stuff looks cool. It was a lot of painting actually. It doesn't look like it, because I used a lot of washes and contrast and that kind of stuff. It doesn't look like it was a lot of painting, but actually it was. And there's the color palettes are so dull. They're just black and white and gray and that kind of thing. But that said, it was a lot of paint. It seemed like a lot of painting. Maybe because the model count was higher than, MCP where it was just 6 at a time. Okay. All right. We'll let these dry for a bit. Just chill out, hang out with you guys. If you guys have any questions, any comments, threats. Great looking gang. So I'll just say that. Great looking gang. What was the white and black paint you recommended again? Oh, Vallejo Model Color. Vallejo Model Color White and Vallejo Model Color Black. Not game color. Okay, very important. Not Vallejo game color. Specifically Vallejo Model Color. Yeah, they did. They've been adding a lot of characters lately. So Batman is about to come. I think for us, Batman will come back on the menu here pretty soon. Just because it's a fun game. It goes pretty quick, fast. I think it's only 4 rounds, right? It's only 4 rounds. And, with the models really only having, with a lot of your models, only having 1 action, it goes pretty quick. And you got that cool deck of objectives. It's a very fun game. I really enjoy it. I think it's turning out to be one of the better designed games in terms of its design. Night Model's release schedule still pisses me off, right? And I know Nelson will bring that up too, that Night Model's release schedule is extremely annoying to deal with. So just bear that in mind. But otherwise, right, the game itself, pretty damn dope, if you ask me. Right, because it's like Malifaux, but you get to play with the Batman IP, which is awesome, and it's way faster than Malifaux. I think when we were playing, we played Batman for, I want to say, a month or 6 weeks, and we got used to playing it to the point where games were completing well under an hour. And I really like that. You finally painted Lex Luthor crew. That is true, sir. That is all true. So, anyways, yeah, we're done skis, man. I'm gonna seal all these up tomorrow. I'll take a bunch of photos, post those on Instagram for those of you who follow me on Instagram. And then, yeah, and this one will be down and on the books. I'm gonna take a little bit of time to just, take a very short break from painting, and then I'll be back on the commission hunt and active once again. Yeah, so yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, we're coming up on 10:30, so that is a very short stream. That's going to do it for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and I'll try to stream. We'll try to stream at some point a little earlier in the week. If not, I will see you guys on the. If you guys don't hear from me, you will see me at the Wednesday night watch party on Twitch. Make sure you're watching those because we're doing some kung fu, and last week's was pretty awesome, if I may say so. So, anyways, have a good night, guys. Catch you on the next one.